Sup, my dudes, it's Demi, and today I'm giving you an updated resort and room tour of Port Orleans Riverside. It has been a few years since I've done a tour here, and there has been a lot of changes, including new refurbished rooms. There's a lot of ground to cover because this is one of Disney's biggest properties, so now let's get into it. Let's do Port Orleans Riverside, and let's go get into some hijinks. Port Orleans Riverside is a Disney moderate resort. It's located in between EPCOT and Disney Springs. It has a sister property, Port Orleans French Quarter, which I've done a tour of, and I will link it here and put it in the description box below. When you stay at any Disney hotel, you do get early entry, which means you can enter the parks 30 minutes before the public. Buses start running 1 hour before early entry and stop 1 hour after park close. This resort is bus transportation only to the theme parks, but there are many bus stations in each of the different neighborhoods that we'll see. However, there is boat transportation to Disney Springs that I will show in more detail shortly. This is also a pet-friendly resort. Before you head inside, you have bell services. Now, this actual stand is where you'll go if you need help with luggage. They'll coordinate things. But if you want to store your luggage because your room is not ready or you are checking out, you're actually going to walk down a little bit here for luggage storage, which is completely complimentary. Because this resort is very big, you can request to be taken with your luggage on a golf cart to your room. You can also have your luggage be brought to your room once your room is ready, but you must be in your room in order to accept your luggage. And now this is a pro tip. A lot of people get confused because you're not allowed to tip cast members. However, you can tip Bell Service cast members. So you can tip anyone helping you to your room with your luggage, or if they brought your luggage to you, or if they're storing, or if you're picking up from Bell Services. When you first walk in, you have the lobby area. You have this seating here in this beautiful like rotunda area. And here in the back, they have a caricature artist from 5 to 10. You will also find an activities board here. I highly recommend taking a picture of it so you can keep track of what's happening at the resort. But then you can head to the right to registration. There's more lobby seating, and this is where you can check into your room, but you can also do that on the mobile app. Now, this is for every Disney resort. You can check in on the mobile app. They will tell you when your room is ready, and you can go straight to your room and use the app as your room key, so you don't even have to come in here. But if you do come in here, there's always a little TV in the Disney lobbies playing some Disney cartoons. But make sure to stop here if you want a celebration button or a birthday button. They are completely free. There is also an ATM here, and even a mailbox. On the opposite side of the lobby, first up we have Fulton's General Store. This is open from 7:30 to 11. In here you will find, of course, some Disney merch, but also Port Orleans Riverside specific merch like this shirt, a Loungefly backpack, this mug, this little plaque, and even Port Orleans Riverside mini ears. Oh, and this as well. They even have the beignet collection here. However, you can't get the Mickey beignets here. You have to go to Port Orleans French Quarter for those. You can also get Riverside Press pennies. This is also where you'll come if you need any pharmaceutical products, and where you can get full-size snacks for your room. You can get wine for your room, even more drinks, and this is where you can get your resort refillable mug. It's $22.99 for the length of your stay for unlimited refills, but you can only do that here and not at the theme parks. So next to the general store is River Roost. This is a bar and lounge. They are open from 5 p.m. to 11:30, and then sometimes on the weekends they'll push it to 12. But before that time, you can come and just chill in here. This is where you can also see the famous Yeehaw Bob. He's here Wednesdays through Saturdays, 8:30 to 12. He comes here to play piano and get all lively with some funky tunes. Of course, while I was here, he was on vacation and we had a different lounge singer. Right after River Roost, you have this hallway that will connect you to the full-service restaurant Boatwrights. I've done a full dining review of Boatwrights, and I will link it for you here and put it in the description box below. But here you will find New Orleans style food. It's an all you care to enjoy prix-fixe menu. I still would recommend maybe getting a reservation if you really want to eat here, but it's one of those restaurants where you can usually find last minute availability. And I just want you to see from the outside, it does have a dedicated entrance if you are coming from your room or the pool. And so does the quick service, which is directly attached to Boatwrights. This is the Riverside Mill. You can go in through this way, or you can keep following the path up from Boatwrights. This is your quick service location, open from 6:30 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. They serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they are on mobile order. During breakfast, they have breakfast sandwiches, Mickey waffles, the basic. But for lunch and dinner, you can find some New Orleans-inspired meals here, along with some regular classics like burgers, pizza, and pasta. But what's really good here is that they have these bowls. I got this salmon. It was delicious. They also have jambalaya here. And actually, I guess it's only served during dinner. I had this beef bowl here here yesterday. It was heaven. And they have a bakery with a ton of dessert. This is also where you will come to refill your resort refillable mug. It's Disney, so it's Coke product. They also have hot chocolate and they have coffee, and I'm gonna show you the milk situation. These are the milk options. So if you are not good with this, here's my suggestion. If you come to the bakery, they have almond and oat milk and 2% milk that they will give you, because they also serve Joffrey's cold brew here. And that applies to all of the Disney Resort quick services. Oh, and they added a TV in the back corner and they're playing Bluey. One more inside thing before we see the rest of the resort. If you walk this way through the lobby, you have the arcade. This is open from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. Look at the Port Orleans logo on there. That's so cool. And honestly, this is one of the best arcades at a Disney resort. It's like one of the biggest ones that has so many games here. They also have massage chairs here, and adults, we need that. You do have to buy a game card in order to play. You will also find an ID tag machine here. You can have this made right away, and they have a Riverside option. They also have a fuel rod station here. This is a portable battery. These are the current prices, and then throughout Walt Disney World, fuel rod stations are free to swap. If you find them other places, they may not be free. I personally find them to be not the greatest in charging, especially charging quickly, so I recommend buying a brick always, but it's good to have a backup here. Okay, it is finally time to see the outside portion of the resort, and then we'll get to the room soon. So remember, that's the quick service, that's the full service dining. The lobby is right here, attached with a separate entrance to the arcade. And then right in front is where you have access to boat transportation to Port Orleans French Quarter and to Disney Springs. And then you can even also change boats at Disney Springs to go to Saratoga Springs. Boats run from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. and the last boat to leave Disney Springs is 10:30. You can also take the walking path to French Quarter. It's about a 7 to 10 minute walk. And then here you will find the Riverside Levee. One of the very cool things about this resort is you can come here and rent these beautiful bikes. On top of the Surrey bikes, you have regular bikes if you would like to rent those. You can also book a guided base fishing excursion. Please call Disney and book that before your stay, and then you will come here when it's your time to go. Here is the price and the phone number for the reservation. Here are the prices for the rentals, and it's from 9 to 5. They also have Giant Connect 4 here. They also have cane pole fishing, and this is the price, but this is not where you're gonna come to book it or to even do it. That is in a different location, and I will show you that very shortly. But before we continue on to see the rest of the resort, I want to show you the map so you have a better understanding. Here is the map to the resort. As you can see, it is huge and has many different neighborhoods. So right now we are here at the lobby, and I want you to note that when you want to take the bus to the lobby, that's called the South Depot. In the center, and we're gonna go there next to see it, is Old Man Island, which has the main pool and other activities. And then you have all of these different neighborhoods. All of these different neighborhoods have a quiet, small pool within them. So you can see here and here and here and here, so there won't be like music playing, there won't be activities, but it's obviously a little bit more low-key and closer to your room. There are also 4 bus stops within this resort. South Depot for the main lobby, West Depot for the Alligator Bayou area, North Depot, East Depot. We are gonna walk around to see all the sections, but I wanna point out that the Alligator Bayou section is going to be the cheaper rooms. And you can see what that room looks like in my old video. I will link it here and put it in the description box below. And then these 4 sections have the new renovated rooms that we are seeing today. And I quickly wanna just say, if you do have any walking accessibility issues, you can request to be in a closer room, but this resort is very big. So this may not be the right resort for you, because if you may need to call Bell Services every time you need to get from your room to the lobby with a golf cart, it's definitely gonna be a little more frustrating. So first, we are going to cross the bridge to Old Man Island. Here is where you will find the main pool. The pool is open from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. and it's, I think, a little small, to be honest, for the size of this resort, but it does have that cool water feature, and it does have 1 small water slide. They also do have a kiddie pool area and a hot tub. And also, I cover like all the Disney resorts. I think this is the only one with hammocks. I can't remember another one that has them. Plus, there is a shower here. Disney does provide towels at the pool and life jackets for kids. Make sure to look on the schedule for the poolside activities, where you can also find for additional fees, arts and crafts, and tie-dye. And then here at the pool, you will find Muddy Rivers, the pool bar. This is a full service bar. They have some specialty cocktails, beer and wine, and they even have some pool bar bites. You'll also find a foosball table here. And then behind the pool, you will find the playground. There's other pathways to get to it, but It's nice because not a lot of the Disney resorts have a little playground area like this. And then next to the playground, you will find the campfire. They do a campfire every night here at all the Disney resorts actually, from 6 to 7, and they'll have stuff where you can purchase to make s'mores. And then if you come behind the pool bar and you after the fire pit and the playground, this is the fishing area. This is what I was talking about earlier. This is the fishing hole and it's open from 7 a.m. to 1:45 p.m. where you can rent the fishing poles and go fishing. Oh look, there's another hammock here. Now it's time to look at the different neighborhoods and then the room. This is the Alligator Bayou section. Remember, this is going to be the cheaper area. If you want to see these rooms, check my old video in the description box below or linked here. This neighborhood has 2 levels and does not have an elevator. All of the other sections have elevators. And even though this is the cheapest section, they do have 5th sleeper rooms here, which you can see in my previous video. I also want to point out that this resort obviously has a lot of trees and the water, and it's beautiful, but I find that there is a lot more bugs here, so please be aware. We have now made it to the Magnolia Bend part of the resort, which a lot of people like to call the mansion section. And remember, Magnolia Bend holds Arcadian House, Magnolia Terrace, Oak Manor, and Parterre Place. This is the Arcadian House section. And then in between the Arcadian House section and the Magnolia Terrace section is the quiet pool for both of those sections. As you can see, it's actually very spacious. Like, this pool is huge for being a small quiet pool, and each quiet pool is where you will find the laundry. Here is what the laundry facilities look like. Lots of washers and lots of dryers, vending machine for detergent and for dryer sheets. Plus, if you're hanging out at the pool, you have a vending machine right here. Pause to read how to do laundry at these facilities. And then here is Magnolia Terrace, and this is where my room is. There's a beautiful little gazebo here. Before we go to the room, I'm just gonna quickly show you the last 2 sections. Here is Oak Manor, and this whole lawn is turf if you wanna have your kids run around a little. And finally, this is the Parterre Princess area. Now let's head over and see the rooms. I am staying here as a part of a media event, so thank you so much to Disney for having me out to stay. Now, while you'll find many staircases throughout these mansions, if you head into the center, here is where you will find the elevator. Now, my room is actually easier to walk through completely and all the way to the corner because I requested a room near the bus stop. I take that staircase right there. My room is right there, which is so convenient because here is the walking path to this bus stop. And listen, it is completely hidden because of the trees. I was lost for a while, but here is the bus stop and they do tell you when the next buses are coming. And minivans can take you right to your building. Now let's head up the stairs. And this was so cool because I never get this lucky. The room is right here, room 8795. This is a corner room, so this room will have 2 windows, which is so nice. And really quick, one more thing. Each floor does have ice and vending. If your vending machine is drinks like this, the one below it or above it will be snacks. It flip-flops on each row. But now let's head inside and finally see the brand new refurbished rooms. And here are the brand new rooms for Port Orleans Riverside in the Magnolia Terrace section, and it is beautiful. Let's do a quick little walkthrough first before we get into all the details, and we are gonna get into all the details because this is themed to Tiana, and I love me some TT. I love Tiana, one of my favorites of all time. I can't wait to show you all of the details, and let's get into it. So when you first walk in, you have this very spacious little area here where you can put a stroller very easily. You have some hooks on the wall, and you have this window section. Right underneath is the air condition, but there is this platform where you can store things or carefully sit on top of. And then look on the door, you have this sleepy no housekeeping sign. Turning around, we have this brand new table and chairs, so beautiful. And on the table, you will see how housekeeping works. They come every other day. Absolutely love these beautiful new curtains. And then as you move on, you have some pictures of baby Tiana with her family, and of course her with Charlotte. They are so cute. Then we have the giant dresser area. Remember, this is not a 5th sleeper room. If you want to see what that looks like, go to my other video linked below. But here we have 6 very deep drawers, our mini fridge. My dudes, this is amazing. So if you've seen my other resort tours where they've refurbished rooms, they've been doing these refrigerators that have no door storage. They put one with door storage. It's much bigger. It goes up to 41 degrees. This is such a huge upgrade for the mini fridge. And then finally, we have a big cubby area and our safe. On top of the dresser, we have these shelves and we can see Tiana and Tiana's place. We have our ice bucket and cups and our in-room coffee maker with Joffrey's coffee and Twining's tea and all the fixin'. We then have our TV playing New Orleans music, and you can see the full resort here. You can cast something to the TV if you want to watch something that this TV does not have. You can also sign into your Disney Plus account, or you can go to Disney On Demand and see a bunch of in-park videos that Disney makes, and even more than that. But now let's turn around and see the bed area. As you can see, only one bed for some reason has a pillow. Honestly, that's fine with me. I don't like throw pillows, but it is very pretty. They did leave us a little Mickey towel. And honestly, the best thing about this room is a ceiling fan. Like, that's so rare in hotel rooms, and I love to sleep with a fan on. I also want to show you that there's brand new flooring, and we have the beds that have all of this storage underneath where you can put your luggage. Each side of the bed does have a light. And then we have this beautiful Bayou artwork on top, and we have this beautiful brand new headboard. It is just very, very pretty and very like subtle, but very nice. In the center, you have this beautiful lamp. We have our center console with some storage and one drawer. We have our phone, and then we have Hey Disney. This was introduced a couple years ago. It's in every room. It's an Amazon Alexa.
Here to make your stay more delightful. Need more towels or want to know when the park's open? I've got you covered. Curious about the weather? Or want to hear a joke from Mickey? My Disney pals and I can help with that too.
You bet. This is gonna be great.
So what this can do is that you can request more things for your room. You can ask for a cast member. You can see the hours of the parks. You just have to say, hey Disney, can you set an alarm for 6 a.m.?
Hey pal, you think you could help me out when the alarm goes off?
You got it. I'll be ready and waiting.
Now, if you do feel uncomfortable about this, you can easily unplug it right behind the bed. But anyway, back to this bed space. I think it's very interesting how tight this little space is to get to this side of the bed, and that there's this little tiny shelf, but it's cute. And honestly, it's kind of annoying, but it's good because it gives more room on this side to be able to put strollers and other things. And then of course, the beautiful wedding photo of Tiana and Naveen is so gorgeous. Let's move on into the vanity and bathroom area. We have a sliding barn door with this beautiful design. We have brand new tile floors, and we have a double sink with all of this storage underneath, including a little stool to help with short people. On here, we have some lotion and hand soap and a bar of soap and tissues. There's also this little extra shelf right here as well. A nice big mirror and a magnifying mirror. On the left side, this is our little closet area. We have a full-length mirror, and here is our closet. It's not very big, so please keep that in mind. And it does have a luggage rack that you can easily remove. And then there's some storage on top with an extra pillow. On the opposite side, we have a space for an ironing board and one cubby, and then another cubby has the iron, and then another cubby has our hair dryer, and then another cubby has the trash can. And here is this hair dryer. It is a full-size Conair hair dryer. Now let's head into the actual bathroom area. I want you to know that the fan is motion censored and you cannot turn it off. You just have to be out of this room for a little while. But in here we have our towels, our toilet, and our sliding glass door shower. In the shower we have shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. We also have this little extra shelf. We have a clothesline. And then here is the shower floor. Obviously this is your brand new room, so it looks really good right now. And then here is the shower. We have a rain head, and we have a second hose as well. Honestly, excellent rain head shower. I am giving this a 9 out of 10. That is wonderful. The bathroom has a sliding door. You just push that in to get the hook, and then there you go. It's just a regular, nothing spectacular door. But now it's my favorite part of my room tours, the outlet sitch. We're gonna go around the room, count up all of the outlets. Outlets are very important. They charge our devices. We have so many to charge nowadays, and this room was just refurbished, which means it's not gonna get refurbished for a long time. So I'm gonna be very, very hard on this room. There needs to be enough outlets for 4 people, which means 4 per person, or charging stations. Doesn't necessarily have to be a plug outlet. Ready? Let's count them up. First up, really quickly, so we have 2 regular outlets, a USB-A, a USB-C, and an HDMI cord? That's crazy. I've never seen that in any Disney hotel room. Rather, a port for your HDMI cord. Then we have 2 more regular outlets, 1 more USB-A, 1 more USB-C, and then 2 regular outlets by the coffee maker. This is cool. In the vanity, we have 2 on this wall, and then we have 2 more on this wall. 2 more on this side of the bed. There's 1 spare outlet behind the bed, and then 2 more outlets, 1 USB-A, 1 USB-C. So there were 15 regular outlets, 3 USB-As, 3 USB-Cs, plus the HDMI port, which is so weird, for a total of 21. I'm not counting the HDMI port because I don't know if you can charge. If you can, then you can count it later. But anyway, that's 21 charging stations divided by 4. That's a really good number. That's more than 4 per person. And I'm just so happy to see that because again, this room is not gonna have a refurb for a long time and we're just gonna be needing to charge more and more and more as the years go on. So I'm so excited to say that the new rooms at Port Orleans Riverside are 100% getting the Hijinx outlet seal of approval. And finally, I love a Disney bed. They are always so comfortable. The pillows are always good because you have like a little softer one, a little firmer one. I will sleep here tonight and I will let you know in the morning how I slept. Well, my dudes, that was Port Orleans Riverside with the updated rooms. I have to say the room is absolutely beautiful. It's so clean, so spacious. I love 2 sinks, was so nice. The bed, Disney beds are always so comfortable. The pillows are great, slept great, and I didn't hear my neighbors at all. I love that I picked a room close to the bus that made it a little easier. I still personally think that this is too big of a resort for me. That's just my preference. I'm a French Quarter girly. I like a smaller resort and Mickey beignets, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with this resort. It's absolutely beautiful. The food is very good. It's just, you have entertainment at night here. I think you're gonna have a fantastic time if you do choose to stay here. It really just comes down to personal preference if you are okay with doing some of this extra walking. But let me know in the comments, have you stayed at Port Orleans Riverside? Would you stay at Port Orleans Riverside? Let me know all about your feelings about this place in the comments below. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification so you don't miss anything that goes on this channel. Follow me on Instagram at Magical Hijinx. Check out the Patreon. Become a patron, you'll get exclusive bonus content, bonus lives, help with trip planning, a free dining guide to Walt Disney World by Disney for Foodies, and so much more. And you'll be helping me to continue bringing you great content like these resort tours to this channel. And until next time, my dudes, I hope you guys get into some hijinks very, very soon. Bye-bye.